Hey, what's up? It's Corey, ready for another dose of your daily truth. So today I want to talk about how you can get out of this mindset of deserving and get into the mindset and framework and living in a place of desire, because desire can be seen as playful and something that you actually enjoy cultivating and feeling, versus deserving comes with a lot of baggage and actually prevents you from feeling in a place of being open to whatever it is that you want. So I'm going to share some tools with you to help you make that shift in between deserving and desire. And I'm just going to share this with my group real quick. So if you are jumping on, say hello, let me know where you are joining me from, and then we will get started. Oops, hold on, I pushed the wrong button. Okay, so give me one more second. Okay, we are set. Okay, so this is something that came to me yesterday as I was walking around campus. I was thinking about, we place so much magnitude sometimes on what we desire, what we dream of, right? So when we think of the big things in life that we want, maybe it's a successful business, a healthy body, a wonderful marriage, being a great parent, traveling the world, whatever it is. Oftentimes we put a lot of pressure on those sort of bigger things in life, right? And so as I was walking, I was thinking about, what if we just made them sort of on equal ground as something as simple as, oh, I have a desire to, experience a nice meal, or desire to see the sunset, or desire to run a marathon. And when we start to bring our desires into something that is less sort of attached to emotion, we can start to see, like, why is this deserving thing so attached to the big things, right? So I know I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I don't deserve to have a successful business. I don't deserve to have a good relationship. I don't deserve to be happy. I don't deserve to be wealthy, right? So it's these big ideas that we tend to think we have to be a certain way in order to have those things. But the whole thing we need to do is to break it down and see that's all a lie. We don't have to be anything than ourselves, our true selves, in order to have exactly what we desire. But how you can start to do this, how you can start to see that it's a lie, is, again, play around with, well, do I ever say, I don't deserve to have a nice meal, or I don't deserve to run a marathon, or I don't deserve to see the sunset? I mean, it sounds silly, right? And that's what I want you to do. I want you to get to the point where it sounds silly, because then you start to see it's ridiculous. That's a total lie, right? Or I don't deserve to drink water, but I desire water, right? So when you can start to see the ridiculousness of placing things sort of out of your reach and placing yourself at a smaller level or a lower level, and seeing that this huge gap is between the two, and then your racket in your head is, I don't deserve it. If you can start to play around with, well, would I say I don't deserve to take a hot shower? No, I probably wouldn't, right? That's just something I do desire that, and that's something I give myself all the time. And so it's helping you start to moderate your sort of expectations or your grand notions, and seeing that really having wealth and having health and having a great relationship is just as accessible to you as a nice meal or a hot shower or a piece of chocolate or a sunset. We're the ones that create this crazy story about we have to be a certain way, achieve something first, go through all these hoops in order to get what we want. And it's not true. So that's what I want you to play with, this, seeing how ridiculous it is. So the other thing that you can do is to start to break it down, right? So if you have this goal of maybe a higher level of fitness, or getting to a certain weight, or you want to improve your relationship in some way, or you want to reach a certain financial status, what I want you to do is to think of, what is the actual first step I need to take? So for example, maybe it's, I need to go walk around the block. Well, would you say, I don't deserve to go walk around the block? Probably not, right? But you might have this story in your head, like, I don't deserve to be healthy or fit. So do you see the difference when you start to break it down to what's the first step? That tends to have less sort of baggage around it, right? And same with financial success. You know, I desire a multi-six-figure business. Well, maybe there's some story, I don't deserve that. But if I'm like, well, what's the first step? Okay, well, maybe it's I need to share a video, or I need to write a post. Would I ever say I don't deserve to write a post? I don't deserve to share a video? No. The other thing where this can get tricky is you might be saying, well, I'm not good enough, right? But I want you to start to see the not good enough lie as just a skill level, right? So perhaps, you know, you desire to run a marathon and you might be like, well, I'm not good enough. But if you can switch that to, I need to train for it, I need to build my skill and my strength, and then I'll be able to accomplish my goal quite easily, right? And the same thing with your business or your relationships, right? So instead of saying I'm not good enough to have a multi-six-figure million-dollar business, you could say, you know what? I just need to build my skill. I need to perfect my writing, perfect my marketing. I need to perfect my promotions, whatever it is. And same with relationships. Instead of saying I'm not good enough to have a great relationship, again, it's maybe I need to, improve my communication skills. Maybe I need to work on how I present myself and change maybe my style so I feel more attractive when I'm actually out meeting people. Does that make sense? So again, the goal with all of this is to detach all the baggage we have around our desires and start to play with our desires and see them as easily accessible to us, because we're going to break it down into what's the very first thing I can do right now to get me closer to that desire. So what I want you to do today is to think about what is one thing you can do, the most powerful and easiest thing you can do to move you in the direction of what you desire. I would love for you to share it below so that I can come back and check on you and encourage you and offer some extra support. So that is your homework for today, is just to list what is the first thing you can do, the most powerful and easiest action you can take to get you moving towards what you desire, so that your desire is not this big ogre that's impossible to reach and that you need to transform yourself into a magical being in order to achieve it. So it's seeing that it's just a desire and it's something that was placed in you. And if it wasn't a desire in your heart and your soul, then it wouldn't be something that you cared about. You wouldn't want it. And so it's not dismissing your desire. It's recognizing, oh, this is important to me. This is something I love. And I'm going to, do what I can today, right now, to move myself closer to it without the baggage that's stopping me from moving closer. Does that make sense? All right. Love to hear your thoughts. So put your notes below about what you're doing today to get yourself closer and any other comments you have, and I will be talking to you again soon. Talk to you later. Bye.